this is my first day back from Aviator PPG, and I might just put this at the beginning of my video because I mean, this is what it's all about, flying. So I thought about different names that I could have called this because I'd spent 6 weeks at Aviator PPG, 3 weeks at the Lake Wales site and 3 weeks at the Donnellon site. And I thought, you know, Aviator PPG exposed, you know, and kind of be a clickbait. And I might have still done that. I don't know. You have to see what happens there. But they were great folks. They were honest. They were sincerely concerned and invested in the best good of the students. Eric, who runs the place, who owns it, he's a genuine guy who loves the sport and is vested in the sport. He wants the sport to do well, you know. He's looking out for every single student. But yeah, the guy is looking out for every student. He's put together a fantastic program with the best people, and they just did a fantastic job. Now, I was just onlooking. I was never a student, so to speak, but I was there watching, listening, and trying to help as much as I could. I think I'll be more valuable if I go down again and volunteer. But I learned so much watching them. And one of the really neat things I learned is that these guys none of them are in it for the money. Not one of them were in it for the money. They are in it for love of the sport. And they treated the students like gold. They were attentive to what they said. There was effort to help them get as much out of every day as possible. You know, I have to compare it with my experience, and my experience was not that. It was much, much worse. The guy was in it for the money, and he didn't seem to have a whole lot of time for me. Anyway, I had a blast. Now, for the first 3 weeks, I was staying in a house that I had rented a room in, and that was great. And then for the next 3 weeks, I didn't have a place to stay. I hadn't rented an Airbnb or anything. So, you know, the first night I slept in the back of my truck. There was a place to shower there. And then after that, I set up my trailer to sleep in, and I did. Well, as it turns out, that trailer wasn't very big. It was 5 by 10, and I wasn't any too happy with the size. So I listed it, and I went out and found myself a 6 by 12. Set up a queen-size bed in it, and it had insulation, and it was just a much better situation. And had a desk and shelves, air conditioner. You know, it was just much better. And then when I finished all up, I packed up my four-wheeler, packed up my paramotor, and found that you know, it'll all fit in there, but I can't keep a bed set up, and I really want to do that. I want to have the bed set up. So I'm gonna sell this one. Oh, the other one, by the way, that first one, the 5 by 10, it sold very quickly the very day after I bought the new one. And so I'm going to buy another one, and this one will be 7 by 16. 7 by 16. And I think that'll be plenty big enough. That'll let me keep a queen-size bed up and also haul all of my goods. So this is flight number 52, I believe. So I'm trying to rack them up and get as many flights and hours as I can in the air.